In this presentation, we will discuss how offering childcare as an employee benefit can help your business and get money back at tax time. The information contained here has been prepared by Civitas Strategies and is not intended to constitute legal, tax, or financial advice. The Civitas Strategies team has used reasonable efforts in collecting, preparing, and providing this information, but does not guarantee its accuracy, completeness, adequacy, or currency. The publication and distribution of this information are not intended to create, and receipt does not constitute, an attorney-client or any other advisory relationship. Reproduction of this information is expressly prohibited. Only non-commercial uses of this work are permitted. In today's conversation, we will look at how employers can offer childcare services that qualify for the employer-provided childcare facilities and services credit, how to claim your credit, and the opportunities it offers your business. We know that access to quality childcare is vitally important to all types of businesses. Childcare is necessary for a parent to get to work and to keep their job. The economic impacts of childcare are clear. At the same time, a lack of childcare has negative impacts on employees and employers alike, through lost productivity to an employee leaving work altogether. In today's staffing crunch, offering childcare is more important than ever for employers who want to attract and retain the best talent, including employees with young children. Businesses that offer a childcare benefit see many positive outcomes, including increases in employee productivity, engagement, trust, autonomy, and empowerment. For 20 years, there has been a federal program that helps businesses to provide childcare on site or through a contract and receive a valuable tax credit of 25% of related expenses, up to $150,000. The employer-provided childcare facilities and services credit exists to help businesses that want to offer childcare as a benefit to their employees. You can qualify for this credit in one of two ways. One is by helping your employees find childcare. The other is by offering child care for your employees. This is called employer-sponsored child care. If you offer on-site child care and dependent children of employees comprise at least 30% of your program enrollment, you are an eligible employer yourself and can claim this credit. Employers can qualify for this tax credit in three ways. One is by providing on-site care for employees. This includes expenses to acquire, construct, rehabilitate, or expand a property to provide child care to employees, as well as qualified operating expenses for such child care services. The second is to contract with a child care program. Expenses in this category include those needed to contract with a qualified child care facility that will provide child care services to the children of employees. The third is by contracting for research and referral. This includes costs to contract with an entity who will provide research and referral services to help employees find childcare. If the employer seeks to receive a tax credit for offering childcare as an employee benefit, enrollment in the child care program must be open to all employees and cannot favor any group of employees, such as those who are highly compensated. If a childcare business seeks to claim this tax credit for service offered to its own employees, at least 30% of enrolled children must be employees' dependents. For example, if your childcare program has 20 enrolled children, at least 6 children, in this case 30%, must be dependents of your employees for your business to be eligible to claim the credit. The employer-provided childcare facilities and services credit offers 25% of child care expenses plus 10% of resource and referral expenditures up to $150,000 per year back to you when you file your business taxes. The credit, which is generally reported as part of the general business credit, can offset actual federal income tax liability and is not refundable in the current tax year. It reduces the amount of taxes owed by the employer. Businesses can claim the credit on IRS Form 8882, which is simple and straightforward. Employers can claim the total amount of qualified child care expenditures, which includes operating expenses of a facility, regardless of the facility's location, in-house or off-site, or whether it is run by another contracted entity. Moreover, businesses should include costs for operating the facility, if applicable, including training child care employees and paying such employees. Costs related to constructing, expanding, or rehabilitating a property that is used for the child care facility can also be included, but only when facilities are located at a site other than the principal residence of the taxpayer seeking to claim the benefit. Businesses seeking to offer childcare to their employees and claim this credit should not be impacted by this provision, as it would most likely impact home-based childcare programs seeking to receive this credit. It is important to note that the total of the expenses included cannot exceed the fair market value of the child care facility. The employer-provided child care facilities and services tax credit is determined by multiplying the total incurred qualified expenses by 25%, or 0.25. Let's look at an example. Gidgets and Gizmos incurred $50,000 in qualified expenses. Gidgets and Gizmos would receive a tax credit of up to $12,500. Or $50,000 times 0.25 equals $12,500. Amounts paid or incurred under a contract to provide resource and referral services to employees are eligible for a 10% credit. For example, Gidgets and Gizmos LLC contracts with a local child care resource and referral agency, or CCR&R, to connect employees to other options for child care programs in addition to Happy Apple Child Care. Gidgets and Gizmos' annual contract with their local CCR&R is $10,000. Since businesses can claim 10% of resource and referral expenditures, Gidgets and Gizmos can claim $1,000, or $10,000 times 0.1 equals $1,000 as a tax credit for their CCR&R contract. Gidgets and Gizmos can claim this $1,000 as a credit in addition to their $12,500 credit for their child care benefit. In total, Gidgets and Gizmos can claim $13,500 as an annual tax credit. Here's another example. Goodman LLC contracts with childcare provider Little Learners to offer childcare services at the Goodman LLC office building. Total qualified expenses for Goodman LLC can include costs of the on-site facility and the total incurred cost of Goodman LLC contract with Little Learners. In summary, if you have an on-site facility or a contract with an off-site facility to provide childcare services to your employees, you can recoup up to 25% of your expenditures as a tax credit, with an upper limit of $150,000. If you're providing resource and referral services, you recoup up to 10% of those costs as a tax credit, built into the same credit limit. These funds are provided as a tax credit for the business taxes you owe. If you file as an S corporation or a partnership, this deduction goes right on your Schedule K and flows onto your personal tax return. And finally, don't forget to share. Let an area employer know about the employer-provided childcare facilities and services credit, and reinforce that the actual cost of offering the childcare benefit will be 25% less because of the tax credit. For more information, visit the Child Care Collaborative of Iowa website or email fmc@midsu.org.